Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin and Cardano. The traditional work week starts again, 2022. Hope you are all feeling very well. Hope you all have a great start to the week. And well, the Bitcoin market is still sliding sideways. We can take a look here quickly at CoinMarketCap. What were the winners in the last 24 hours? We had Bora, Yearn Finance, Anchor, Aave, Uniswap, Engine, Quant, Nexo and Helium. I think they're the top ones. Yes, Maker and Chainlink as well, Harmony, but nothing too significant. You know, obviously here the first top 3, top 4, that is good, but everything else is sort of moving sideways, moving down in the red. You know, nothing too exciting happening at the moment, and that is because Bitcoin is still here in this little range. It's sitting between 45.5 and 52k, but actually at the moment it's even lower. It's between this blue resistance area that I showed you in one of the last videos and the support of 45.5k. Why is that? Well, we can see that most of the volume is actually in this area. If I make the VPVR visible, you can see that's exactly here where the lower, depending how far I zoom out, but if we keep it like that, you can see that this red line from the VPVR indicator indicates that is basically the support or the lower level of my resistance area here. So that is where all the volume is pushing it down. So on top of that, we've got all the EMAs, and even here in white, the 200-day simple moving average now pushing the price down. There isn't a lot in terms of the indicators that could help Bitcoin here. What is noteworthy here today is that these moving averages, and somewhere I have the 50 and the 50-day moving average coming down here in orange, very, very steep. So if I just hide the other ones, you can see that the 50-day moving average is coming down. There will be a bearish crossover. These are two daily moving averages, the 200 and the 50. The last time we had a bullish cross here of the 50 and the 200, we had, you can see that we made new all-time highs. And the time before that, when we had a bearish cross, we had another drop from 43k all the way down to 29k. So as you know, I expect a similar price drop once more for Bitcoin from where we currently are, however, below 29k. And that is that bearish cross here that could give it a catalyst for further price drops. Well, last time, because generally the moving averages are lagging, most of the dip already happened before that bearish crossover, but still it continued a little bit after that. So yeah, that is something that is going to happen in my view. Really hard for Bitcoin to stop that now. You know, it is lagging anyway, so it's not, I don't put too much emphasis into bullish crossovers and bearish crossovers, but the argument is there. Whenever one happens, then you can see the effect still afterwards. For example, here we had back in 17, we had a bullish crossover and you can see new all-time highs. Then we had a bearish crossover, and that was really a bear market from 2018 into April 2019. We then had another move up after a bullish cross. We then moved down, bearish cross, and then we had a range market where they are moving up and down all the time, so it's not really that relevant. But then we had another bullish cross here, and that really pushed the price then higher into new all-time highs again. So it's just something that is worth keeping, I think, an eye on. So until then, I don't think too much will happen with the price, to be honest. I mean, it's now the first week, however, in the year. The work week started. Funds should really bring their money in now, and institutional investors. That is what happened in the last 4 years. We had a positive start to the year for Bitcoin. In every first week within the last 4 years, Bitcoin made a gain. So we'll see how that is going to work out. I'm not saying it's going to happen, just a little bit of information for you. I still think that my primary objective or view here is going to play out until I see any change in the chart. So that would still be that wave B, that many other cryptos are doing now here into this move up, into this yellow target area up here. Many other cryptos are doing that. For example, we have how many? One, Phantom, Polkadot started it a little bit, Solana did it, you know. Bitcoin hasn't really. Bitcoin is extremely weak in that term, in that point of view. It needs to move up here, break above 52k, move into the target area here, 55 to 63, before it then goes down in a wave C correction, which will be lower than the wave A. So that wave C area is between 20 and 29k. Cardano as well, below all the moving averages, even below the 200-day EMA. So I'm going to hide them all. But yeah, Cardano has a lot of resistance to go through if it wants to succeed here and move up higher. We can also put the VPVR on just to see the volume. I just have to change the settings quickly. So we go with 200, 100. And there you can see as well that most of the volume is currently sitting here at 136. Yeah. So that is also where there is a lot of resistance and support. That's the area that Cardano is currently hovering around. But in my view, Cardano looks a bit stronger than Bitcoin. Bitcoin is really in that range where Cardano, yes, you could argue Cardano is in a range as well. But what Cardano did, it did come down here to 120. Started to move up in a, you could call it an impulse, right? You had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 move up, and then you could argue that you had an ABC to the downside, ABC, you then came all the way down here, and now that you're starting here this new, from a higher level, basically making a higher low here at 130 roughly, that we start a new impulse basically because we are having, compared to the previous low, we're having a higher low. And we are starting now, again, also made a higher high here compared to the previous one, yeah, even though only slightly. But you could argue that you had here, whoops, you had here possible 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Possibility, and then we came down in an A, B, C. No, not that way, but an A, B, and a C, where the C was really short compared to A. But it's a possibility, and that we're now starting again here with a wave 1, possibly here 2, 3, 4, 5, which would obviously need to be a bit higher than the previous one. It's just a possibility. That's how it could work out, basically, because we are currently finding support here at this ascending trend line, so that could help us up, but it's nothing too convincing yet. Yeah, so I just wanted to put that out there. It's nothing too convincing yet. It started to look like yesterday that Cardano was going to have a little breakout here, and it's still not over, but what you hear, even here in small, you could argue that was a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in small, and then now you have your ABC, and you can see that here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now you start then you had your ABC, which took it below the trend line, and now you might start again with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the upside on the smaller scale here. This also looks to me a bit like an inverse head and shoulders here. You had a low, you had a lower low, and now a higher low, yeah, which could indicate that we really try to push through this resistance here. There's a resistance at 138. I mean, it's sort of this zone here where the VPVR indicated the volume as well, but it's really here this line that Cardano needs to get through here, this one, and it did come up here yesterday in an ascending trend line. Would have been a nice breakout from here, didn't do it, but we still overall have a higher low compared to here, this previous one, also with the same one before, same level. So, you know, we could give it another go here and try to break out here. Cardano needs to do that to continue to move higher. Overall support would be that trend line here at 130. Nothing too exciting on the Cardano chart, but these are sort of the micro movements that are happening at the moment. Otherwise, no big change. And on the ADA BTC chart, we can see that we continue to form here this cup and a potential handle, where up here we would have a potential breakout at around 3129. Not sure if this is going to play out. Just put on the chart because we have these two EMAs here which are giving support, and it really started to look very nicely here like a cup, and this has also started to form very nicely as a handle, classical breakout formation, but we just need to finish this handle, otherwise it won't happen. Now this handle could be finished when Cardano continues to move up like indicated and Bitcoin isn't doing it. Bitcoin is then just moving sideways here, so we keep an eye on it. That was my view on Bitcoin and Cardano for now. Hope you liked it. If you did, please smash the like button and subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.